Hello, May class. In today's history lesson, we will be doing a cold task. So as you know, a cold task is just a starting point for us to see how much we already know about a topic, and then we will do a hot task at the end to see how much we've learned over the period of time that we've been learning it. So I'm going to share with you on the next screen our topic for history. Before we do that, what I would like you to start off with is make sure that you have a piece of paper and a pencil ready to do some work, or a whiteboard and a whiteboard pen. So if you haven't got that, pause the video now, go and get that, and then come and sit back down. So our topic for this term is the Romans, and I'm really excited. I really love this topic. So you will be doing a cold task about how much information you know about the Romans. So I want you to think, what do you know about the Romans? Who were they? Where are they from? What did they do? How did they live? What did they wear? How is their life different from ours now? Did what they did in history help us in any way now? So give that a think. How much do we already know without doing any research and without going to Google all this information? What do you already know about the Romans and who they were? We are going to be mind mapping what we know about the Romans. So I'm going to get my pen. This is what your mind map should look like when you have finished it, or when you start drawing it. So in the middle, we would put our information. We would say who we're writing our mind map about. And in this sense, we're going to be writing about the Romans. And around that, I would like you to write all the information you know about the Romans and who they were, like we were discussing. And we will be coming back to that at the end of this topic. So using a pencil, you are going to draw a mind map of all the things you already know about the Romans. Underneath that, I would like you to write down 2 questions about what you would like to find out about the Romans. Is there something about the way they lived, or the way they fought in battles, or what they wore, that interests you, that you would like to know more about? Think back a little bit to what we learnt about in the comprehension, about the fact that there were armies and how Rome was founded, and the fact that there were elephants in the armies. I think that's already a fantastic thing to know. So think about asking 2 questions about the Romans. Once you've written down those 2 questions, I would like you to choose one of those questions, and using the internet, can you see if you can answer the question that you have written down, and write the answer in your own words. Make sure when you are using the internet that you are remembering to be safe and keep safe, and make sure that you are using sensible search engines like Kiddle, like we do at school. If we just go back to our mind maps for a second, I'm going to model to you how this would work. So in the middle, we are going to write all about the topic that we are writing about, which is the Romans. So I'm going to write Romans in here. It's a bit hard when I'm writing using a mouse pad, but I will get there. Okay, so the Romans is who my mind map is going to be about. And I'm going to write down some of the facts I remember from when I was reading my comprehension yesterday. So I know that it was Rome was founded, or the story of Rome. Rome was founded by a set of brothers called, and this was one of your questions, was founded by Romulus and Remus. Founded by Romulus. And Remus. That was the story that we learned about yesterday. Romulus, I'm just going to put a slash to make it quicker, and Remus. So I've already put in one of the facts that I remember, saying Rome was founded by Romulus and Remus. And then I could maybe write about the fact that there was something about the Roman empires, maybe about their armies, maybe about where they drew some inspiration from Greek art, the Etruscans, all of that information that I already learned. We could add this to our mind map. And then underneath that, remember, you are going to be writing 2 questions that you would like to learn about Rome, what you would like to have answered about Rome, and then you're choosing one of those questions and you are going to use the internet to answer that. Once you have done that, please share your information with us on Tapestry so we can have a look at the questions that you've asked, and I can also have a look at the information you already have learned, or the information you already know about the Romans and who they were. So make sure you're uploading that onto Tapestry and we can talk about it and we can share some of the exciting things that you have learned.